All right, let's dive right in. We're about to talk about a huge shift that is completely rewriting the rules for travel brands online. If you think you know SEO, well, you might need to forget a lot of it. A new game is here, and it's called AI visibility. So let me start with a big question, one that kind of gets right to the point. What if your customers just stopped looking for you on Google? I mean, really think about that. It's the nightmare scenario, isn't it? For the last 20 years, our entire digital marketing world has been built on showing up in those search results. But what happens if that whole foundation just starts to crumble? Well, here's the thing. It's not a what if anymore. It's already happening. That classic customer journey, type a question, scroll through the blue links, click on a few, that's getting short-circuited. People are shifting from search engines to what we should really be calling answer engines. They're getting their answers directly from tools like ChatGPT, Gemini, and Perplexity. They're not searching anymore, you see. They're having a conversation. And this is not some small niche trend we're talking about. The numbers are frankly staggering. More than half of all search queries now result in 0 clicks. Let that sink in for a second. More than half the time someone asks a question, the AI just hands them the answer. And your website? It never even enters the picture. So, what does this all mean in terms of, money? We are looking at what we are calling the Great Digital Displacement. This is a huge reshuffling of value. We're not just talking about losing a bit of traffic. We're talking about a $75 billion earthquake in the digital economy. Yeah, you heard that right. These new AI answer engines are on track to displace somewhere between $60 and $75 billion in digital marketing value every single year. This is genuinely one of the biggest value shifts in the history of the internet. It's all moving away from that old school search and ad model and into this brand new AI-powered world. And listen, the impact is not some future tense thing. It's here right now. What's so wild is just how real these numbers already are. Some publishers are reporting that their referral traffic has dropped by 25 to 40% just from Google's new AI overviews alone. HubSpot saw a 36% decline in a single month. This is the new reality. So who's on the losing end of this massive shift? Well, the list is probably longer than you think. It actually starts with Google itself, which is facing a major threat to its whole business model. Then you've got digital publishers who are just hemorrhaging traffic. And traditional SEO agencies, they're watching their entire playbook become obsolete. But maybe the ones who get hit the hardest are the small and mid-sized brands who don't have all their data perfectly structured for these new AI engines to read. Okay, enough with the doom and gloom. Let's talk about the solution, because there is one. It's time to switch gears and start thinking about a whole new way for brands to get found. We've got to understand what we call the new shelf. This right here is the concept you absolutely need to get: AI visibility. It's not about stuffing keywords onto a page anymore. It's about intent. It's not about your rank on a search page. It's about how easily your brand, your products, your services get surfaced and recommended when someone is having a conversation with an AI. It's a completely new game. This slide is just a brilliant way to picture the change. In the old retail world, it was all about getting the best spot on the physical shelf, having the flashiest packaging. In this new AI world, it's about how your data is organized and structured. It's about whether a machine can easily understand what you're offering. The algorithm is the new store manager, and it's deciding who gets the prime real estate. So how does this new algorithmic shelf actually work? Well, the exact formulas are a black box, of course, but we can break it down into 4 basic steps. First, the AI parses the user's intent. It figures out what they really want. Not just hotels in Paris, but a quiet, romantic hotel in Paris under $300 a night that's in your cool museum. Then, it matches that intent to products with the right data. After that, it runs a scoring model, looking at things like relevance, price, reviews. And finally, it displays the results, personalizing them and adding in trust signals before it gives the user an answer. Now, I know this might sound a bit intimidating, but it's really not an impossible challenge. In fact, for brands that adapt quickly, this is a massive opportunity. And that brings us to the new playbook for how you can actually grow your business in this new era. Now, check this out. This is a fantastic real-world case study. So NerdWallet saw its old school traffic go down, which on the surface sounds pretty bad. But by shifting their focus to AI visibility, getting cited as an expert, structuring their data, they actually grew their revenue by 35%. See, they traded low-quality traffic for high-quality, high-intent visibility. And NerdWallet's success really points to the incredible silver lining in all of this. While the amount of traffic you get might go down, the quality goes through the roof. Traffic that comes from an AI recommendation converts anywhere from 4 to 23 times higher than a regular SEO click. And why is that? It's because the AI has already done all the hard work of qualifying the customer's intent. They show up ready to buy. So, the million-dollar question: how do you get your brand on this new, super high-converting shelf? The playbook really comes down to three main things. First, you have to structure your data. Use things like schema and markup so machines can easily read it. It's like putting a perfect, easy-to-read label on everything you offer. Second, design your content for AI parsing. Create content that just directly answers your customers' questions. You're not writing for keywords anymore. You're writing to be the definitive answer. And third, you have to run prompt simulations. Constantly test how your brand shows up in these AI conversations so you can find and fix the gaps before anyone else does. Let's be crystal clear about this. This is not some nice to have or an item for next quarter's marketing meeting. Optimizing for AI is the new strategic imperative. In this landscape, if you are not visible to machines, you are, for all intents and purposes, invisible, period. The choice here is pretty stark, as you can see. On one side, if you do nothing, you're looking at more traffic decline, lost revenue, and honestly, losing control of your brand's story as AI start misrepresenting you. But on the other side, if you lean in and optimize for AI visibility, you get that control back. You can drive much higher conversions, make sure the AI is using the right facts about your brand, and build a presence that lasts across all the AI platforms, not just one search engine. And here is the real urgent takeaway from all this. This is a race, and it absolutely rewards the people who get started early. Right now, as these huge AI models are learning about the world, they're building their core knowledge. The brands that get embedded as trusted, authoritative sources now are going to have a massive lasting advantage. The longer you wait, the harder it's going to be to break through that trust barrier they're building with your competitors. So we'll end right where we started with a really critical question for you to think about. Take a hard look at your digital strategy, at your content, your data. Is your brand actually built to be seen and understood by an AI? Or, in this new conversational world, is it already quietly becoming invisible?